going on? Gonna strike at the same brick on this pyramid again with this little itty bitty rock hammer, like Andy Dufresne, buddy. What the heck's going on, bud? Okay, there we go. Thing wants to be all glitchy. Well, I gotta close this out. Things being glitchy. Here's another term I'm gonna use right here. Nope, not food. Okay. Look, breadcrumbing is the activity of sending a brief and sporadic message, digital morsels of short text, Facebook posts, Instagram's like would indicate you still like someone when in reality you're unlikely to meet up with them ever again, let alone pursue a full-blown relationship with them. That's one form of it, but it's even the act of sending out flirtatious but non-committal texts. That is kind of it. Also, you could say stringing along is another good way to say it. Uh, when you're stringing someone along, it's like it also is different. Breadcrumbing someone, it could be like it could be in a relationship, still living together, and say you're a woman and you're out dating already, like in secret, and you keep giving this little bit of this toxic hope that, yeah, look, just one more time, baby, and then we're gonna work it all out. I just gotta go get this cocaine, and then look, that it's like Groundhog's Day until that relationship. Look, you're sitting in a house and all the utilities are off, and she's driving away in a car full of dudes. You know what I'm saying? And that's another form of this breadcrumbing. But anyway, also when they started this whole situation off where they said, oh, it's just protective measures for 6 weeks. And you hunker in there now and just go and get to the grocery store and get what you need. Like, listen, that's like saying it's not nothing to worry about, nothing to see here, just business as usual. But at the same time, look, at the same time, it's not business as usual, but act like it's business as usual, even though we're in freaking BFE, where it's Fubar City. And, well, now if you just do what you did those last 6 weeks and do, now Simon Says, just do that for 2 more weeks and we'll open up a little bit more businesses. Maybe your coffee shops, maybe you can go get a shot down at the titty bar. And they were breadcrumbing us and stringing us along. Same thing with the jab. With the jab, they're like acting like, and they're pretending like there's not a lot of it. Dude, they've mass produced all of this stuff. Now, listen, they went and made a thing, and then a thing to combat the thing. Now they have no choice but to sell all this product they made. They spent a lot of money invested into this thing. That's another problem, reaction, solution, Hegelian dialectic, synthesis, anti-synthesis, synthesis, thesis, antithesis, synthesis. Anyway, and also, look, in dope slang, hood dope slang, when you crumb somebody, if you're a drug dealer and you crumbed somebody, That means while it was a fast deal where you're already gone by the time goes to investigate and they find out that they got a real crummy, nasty dose of whatever their flavor is. It could be like you could crumb somebody with crack, you could crumb somebody with weed, or like say if you're paying somebody for something in weed, and then you hit them over the head with a real short bag, like it's already like 1 gram short for the bag and it's short, that could also be crumbing them. You know what I'm saying? And so in other words, it's a way of like it's a way of like not making good on your word, but as if you made good on your word, but you really didn't. It's just being like a real self-serving type of it's a really self-serving type of process there to do. Even in the even in the dope dealing world, it's like really like a big fu to crumb somebody. So, and that's the same thing with this. It'd be like this. Here's a way you could get away with crumbing somebody, to where you give them disclosure. Look, dog, this supplies out, and I look. All I got is this the bottom of the bag right here, dog. But look, I'll give you a deal. Normally, I charge you 40. All right, I'll take that $8 for this, and then frickin' comes out real quick, and then you go check that bag out. It's mostly a bunch of crumbs with some baking soda. So like, look, even though it looked like you got a lot of crack, but really it was just shit that looked like crack that wasn't even crack anyway. So it looked like you was getting a big deal, but really you got crumbed. And that's kind of also what they're doing with this vac, with the jab, is that they're acting like, man, there's only so many jabs to go around, but we're going to give all these people who don't want them the ones we got first, and then after they come around, we'll take care of the rest of y'all. I mean, as if, look, that's breadcrumbing us. Like, listen, if you just take this jab, all your problems are going to go away. But then you're going to have a booster jab, because it's like, man, we made double the amount of product than there is people in the world. We got to sell it twice, dude, or we're losing overhead. You know what I'm saying? So and then here's another old school term too. This is called, watch this. This is like 80s, 90s, the way that you said the same thing. Bang, there you go. Right here. You are just around as a placeholder for something better. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's like in a way leading someone on, and is where they kind of like pursue you, but then when something better around, they kind of like drop and start pursuing that too, which lets you know, like, look, you're just temp. But when it's just you and them, they be acting as if, oh, you're the best thing that they've been best thing around, new kid in town. You know what I'm talking about? So same thing. That's also like, look, they're leading you on as if, listen, if you just take the jab and go through the mandates, you will have freedom to roam free. Not letting you know that there's some kind of tracking device in it, like a dog collar. When you try to leave the yard, your neck starts getting shocked. And you try to, like now all of a sudden, in the fine print in the legalese, it said, "Nah, look, you're free to roam within the new district." that they can do eminent domain at any time, and it can fluctuate, and who knows who they can trade off handlership to at any given time, bud. And so, I mean, look, dude, there's a lot of things at play here that are like, you know what I'm saying? That's leading someone on, or that's also swindling, okey doking, conning. Uh, these are all the same things. That'd be like some dude. That's another, like, leading someone on, breadcrumbing someone. Why would someone do this? Why would they do it? For one, people want, like, human nature. You want what you can't have. So if a chick plays hard to get, and say the suitor is really throwing like big gifts at her, like, look, he pulls out the like 20 gauge artillery, bang, hits her with it. She receives it, but it doesn't take her down, doesn't take the wall down. Busts out the 18 now. He's like, bang, and he just keeps showering her with the gifts. But what if the girl's just got the umbrella up and she's like, make it rain, buddy? You can keep on making it rain, and you can keep on knocking, but you'll never be coming in. And that's like, you know what I mean? That's freaking. But as if, you know what I'm saying? It's a possibility, but you just got to up your ante, so to speak. But look, they're just gonna freaking snatch that and run off, and like some drug dealer. He comes to your window and he's like, yeah, buddy, I got it. Yeah, I got it right here. Where the money at? He's like, hold on, I'm going to reach in my pocket. And then all of a sudden, bam, he snatches the money out of your hand and darts off into the alley. And you can hear him rejoicing in triumph into the darkness. And you're like, I ain't chasing him. And that's the same thing with a real narc or a real... Bob Marley had a song. He goes, don't never light up a politician. Do you no favor? Because they will always want to control you forever. So it's kind of like that, buddy. Freaking after they get once they hit you with the jab, all of a sudden they hit the kill switch. And look, like, literally, they can the stun switch. Imagine that, where you're just sitting there, you're running away, or some guy, he's sexually assaulting you, and all of a sudden he just pulls out this little remote switch, and bzzz, and all of a sudden you just stand still, but you're still like alive, but you just can't do anything because the damn microchips in your brain, in your subdural neurophone type of lobe, interlobal type of situation. Now you're sex trafficked. You're literally cyborged, sex trafficked, sex doll. And this goes for men and women, especially men, younger, real, like, effeminate looking men, especially you guys. Watch out. Listen, us men, we're supposed to be able to fend for ourselves, but these young girls, oh my gosh, this is a bad, 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 dark and dirty, dog of a situation that we're headed into. I mean, look, the whole family gets the jab, right? And then they hit the kill switch on both the parents. They hit the kill switch on the ugly girl, and they keep the young boy alive, and the good looking almost pre-adolescent girl, and then they take them off into the back room. You know what I mean? And then hit that non-resist switch, and then the scopolamine comply switch, and look for a freaking cyborg robot. Look, you're gonna live forever. Yeah, you are, because you're a machine. Like, your machine essence is gonna live on for as long, forever to a machine is as long as its existence is, but that could be relatively short. And also, You know what I'm saying? They didn't let you know that you were going to get hijacked. So you'll be preserved forever to be kind of like a passenger seat in your own fucking car. Like some dude walked up to your car like on San Andreas, the video game, and he opened the door and then he kicks you into the passenger seat and he says, "Don't you get out." And then he whips out a pistol and he's like, "We're going to go for a ride, my brother." And then look, now you're just human trafficked